And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Pocono Raceway. As we get ready for our final race of this race weekend, it's Snickers Cup Series time with the running of the Party in the Poconos 500. We're getting ready for an exciting event here today at the Tricky Triangle, and we've definitely seen how this track really can play into who is going to maybe make the chase and who is not, especially yesterday in the Mobile Cup Series race, one of the most unusual Pocono races I have ever seen, and we're going to see what's going to happen here today. You've got to bet that's going to be looming in the back of the minds of all these drivers is what happened yesterday. Several drivers took part in that event, and we're going to see how they are going to try to adjust here today at Pocono. Will we have more green flag racing than we did then? I don't know, but we're going to find out. On the pole position for today's race is going to be Jake Cole in the Wix Filters Stewart Haas Racing Chevrolet. Jake Cole comes into this race 22nd in the point standing, still looming there around the top 20 as he's trying to get himself up there into the top 10 in points and join his teammate John Radigan up there. Alongside of him is going to be Carson Gum. Carson Gum comes into this race running very poorly in 25th in the standings. Really has to rely on wins right now, I would think, unless Carson can come away with some really, really good top 5 finishes consistently for the next maybe 5 or 6 weeks. Then you got Trent Dunham. He lines up in the 3rd position. Dunham, a former winner of the season at Dover. He's going to roll off from 8th place in the points today, try and keep himself a spot inside the top 10 in the standings. As a matter of fact, Trent Dunham has made the Snickers Cup Series chase for the past 2 seasons. He would love to be able to make it a 3rd here in Season 6. And alongside of him, a driver knows something about winning a championship in the Snickers Cup Series, Sean Henley, with the Armor All paint scheme this week on his Tweenix Racing Chevy. He'll roll off from 4th. Henley comes into this race currently sitting 28th in the point standings. However, he were able to get a win today. That could maybe rocket him up into contention for a wild card position, as right now the only other active driver that has 2 wins this season is Danny Wells, and he's sitting pretty in 3rd place in the standings. Rounding out the top 5, that's going to be the Dodge of Rohit Vidaravu. He's going to roll off from 5th position and comes in 23rd in the point standings. Rohit Vidaravu is still looking for his first win of the season and trying to continue on what's been a pretty good year for Dodge. Barney Warden winning the 500. Drew Austin won at Las Vegas. And last week, James Silverfox won at Charlotte. So we'll see what's going to happen here today. This is the way the points look coming into today's race. Charles Jackson is the current points leader. Now it's been cut down to 15 points that he holds over the Kyotech Racing Audi of Anthony McCrory. Then it's a total of 17 back to Danny Wells. Ralph Mason is currently 4th in the point standings with Austin LaPlante in 5th. And I want to just say I was wrong. Danny Wells won last week at Kentucky. It was 2 weeks ago that Silver Fox won his race at Charlotte. So apologize for that mistake. William Duncan, the 6th, is going to be 6th in points. Drew Austin is 7th. Trent Dunham is 8th. 9th place is James Silverfox. And 10th will be John Radigan. A couple of drivers that could be on the outside looking in today. Few drivers actually have been inside the top 10 and slipped out. Richard Johnson is one of those. Adam Chambers as well. They're 11th and 12th in points. Madison Sieber still trying to crack the top 10. She still rides around 13th in the point standings. Dougie Shears, who wants to get back inside the top 10, he's 14th in points. And James McLeod for Tweenix Racing, he is 15th in the standings. So we'll see what Pocono's going to do here today. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens as we get this Dodge Charger pace car rolling off. The rest of the field will roll off as well, and we will show you today's 42-car starting lineup for the Party in the Poconos 500 here at Pocono Raceway. It's sure to be a wild one, and I think this is the lowest points lead Charles Jackson has come in with. He's really going to have to earn it here today if he keeps the points lead for yet another week. two winners here so far this race weekend. Charles Sanford and George Roque came into those races somewhere midway in the point standings. Will that be the case here today, or will we see a driver who's at the bottom of the points all of a sudden come away with a miraculous win, or will a driver that's up atop the top 10, top 15 in the points be able to come away with the victory here today at Pocono? It's anybody's guess. I have absolutely no idea who it's going to be, but Jake Cole, starting on the pole position, could be in a prime spot to stay ahead of all the chaos that could ensue. Don't know if it's going to. We had, 3 wrecks that took place in the first lap of the Moment Cup Series race. What's going to happen here today? These drivers going to be on pins and needles, I'm sure, as they come down here to the green flag. Jake Cole, Carson Gum, green flags in the air. We're underway here at Pocono Raceway. Rohit Vidarvu going to immediately step out. His teammate Drew Austin almost went with him. And somebody else way at the back jumped out of line, too. I couldn't even tell who that was. Might have been Ralph Mason there in the 87. I don't know. As there are going to be 3 wide back there for 4th place. That's where the trouble spot is. Let's jump back there. Ralph Mason, Chris Washer, Adam Chambers running the Tide colors on that Chevrolet this week. Oh man, Kevin White back there with Richard Johnson, and the points leader Charles Jackson rim round on the high side there. As they come off this corner, looks like they're okay for now. They've settled it out to double wide amongst themselves at this point. Someone scraped the wall back here. It might have been Alan Tanker. As here comes the Hayden Klein machine to the bottom there with James Silverfox. And do you believe it? Wow! We've completed a green flag lap with no caution. That deserves a big round of applause right there to those guys. But oh no, I think I spoke too soon. Kevin White up there looked like he was going 3 wide, and okay, looks like they're okay. Oh no, 4 wide, Tim Walsh, Aaron Williams Jr., William Duncan, Alan Tanker, Hendrick, and Marsh, and there they go. There they go. Noah Hart's gotten a piece of it. Danny Wells is through the grass. Looks like Kyle Matthews is involved. That was the 18 of Henry Nova. Just got turned down to the infield there. The Winter Fresh car. John Radigan is slow. I don't know if he was involved or not. There's maybe damage to John Citadino. No, he looks okay. Aaron Williams Jr.'s got a little bit of rear end damage, but he's driving away. Noah Hart also is driving away. Everybody's been able to drive away from that incident. Whoa, there's Carson Gum on the apron, and there's smoke up here, and Dougie Shears is riding the wall. Adam Chambers has now got damage. Silverfox has got damage. Something else happened. Something else must have happened. I don't know what. There's Silverfox. And Carson Gum, who started on the outside of the front row, is slow. I don't know if he just got spun or if he was cause of that second incident, but whatever the case, there's the Adam Chambers machine, 12th in points, a tough break for him. There's Kyle Matthews, who's been having some great runs for Penske Germain in the past few weeks after making his debut. He's got damage, though. And Michael Norman's got some damage there as well on his machine. Danny Wells looks okay. I saw him get punted down into the grass area, but it looks like he's able to continue. William Duncan, however, 6th in points, got some damage there in the Irwin Industrial Tools Ford. Charles Jackson and Kyle Sosnowski, a little bit of buckles on the hoods of both their machines, but they appear to be okay. As we look further up here, oh, Chris Washer in the 7 has got some damage. Tough break for that guy, man. He's been really doing well in the points, well, not in the point stands, but in the last few weeks as far as running is concerned. And I think everybody else up here is okay. Yep, everybody else is all right up at this point. Jake Cole currently the leader, Henley second, 3rd place Drew Austin, 4th place Rohit Vidarvu, and Ralph Mason is going to complete the top 5. And I was just going to jump to a replay, but we got pit stops here. Looks like everybody is going to come down pit road, so let's stay here, see what the strategy is going to be this early on. Nobody's going to roll the dice. Long snaking field coming down pit road is Dougie Shears, who we saw ride the wall in the turn 3 area. He's now leaving pit road. Trying to stay on the tail end of the lead lap is the 17. Everybody pulls in. Looks like there's some tire stops going on. No, fuel only for Henley. Same for Poteet. Same for Dunham. Vidarvu's in and out. But Jake Cole is going to take tires. And Ralph Mason looks like he's going to get off pit road first. Dylan Young gave him a run for his money, but was not quite able to get out ahead of him. Poteet will get out 3rd, then Jake Cole 4th, and Sean Henley will get out in 5th. And I think it was Trent Dunham, Tim Walsh, Cody Lamas and Emilio Navarrete. I'm not sure who came out in 10th. But that'll be your new leader under caution after what could have been just a fuel-only stop for the Judas Priest Audi. Ralph Mason leads us under caution. Let's see what that caution came out for. Looking here from the helicopter view, you just knew something was going to happen, and there you go. When they were 4 wide with the 16, the 6, the 24, and the 5, 6 comes down, gets hooked by the 24. Into the wall they go, and then, wow, what a miss by Anthony McCurry, and he's going to get hit from behind by James McLeod. Oh, McCurry, did he go up and get at the wall, actually? Yeah, he pancaked the right side of his car, and then there's where they started backing up there. Noah Hart ran into the back of Michael Norman. Danny Wells ran into the back of Noah Hart. And then I think Kyle Matthews not going to be able to slow up in time. Yep, he gets a piece of the Aaron Williams Jr. machine. And then John Cittadino. Oh, Cittadino did get a little piece of it there with the left front. And then as all this is happening, we got to jump up here real quickly to the very front of the field. There's the Carson Gum machine. This is the car we want to watch. Trent Dunham is right behind him. And I don't rightly know how this is going to start, because it looks like whatever the case was, it was just Carson Gum by himself. Oh, wait a minute, coming off this corner maybe. Does Trent get into Carson? Yep, right there. Gets him in the left rear. Carson Gum's going to go spinning around into the infield. That car going to carry a lot of momentum too as he slides it down into the infield wall. Nice job by Trent to keep his car steady, but Carson Gum, is he going to come back up the racetrack, or is this... No, I guess it's just a spin by Carson Gum. And then we got to look at the Dougie Shears machine, who's right up here. I don't know what's going to happen to him. Oh, wait a minute. Trent Dunham had, remember, lost some momentum there. Oh, no, wait a minute. James Silverfox got turned by Chris Washer, who in turn got a tap from Hayden Klein. They go up into Adam Chambers, Dougie Shears, and Deanna Shelton. Richard Johnson, his teammate Charles Jackson, and Kyle Sosnowski are all held up by it. So that's what happened. Look at them all just pushing into each other there. They're all trying to get off of each other. Can't do it. And Dougie Shears, you can see him riding the wall through turn 3. Deanna Shelton dodged a bullet there. She could have gotten a lot more damage than that. Same for the points leader, Charles Jackson. But Adam Chambers, that car is all crunched up, and a lot of hopefuls that wanted to get inside the top 10 in the point standings involved in this incident right here. Richard Johnson, 11th in points, Chambers 12th in points, and Dougie Shears 14th in points. As a matter of fact, Dougie Shears' car got lodged on the outside retaining wall. They actually had to come over and help get it off the wall before he was able to continue. So, wow. Tough break there for Dougie Shears. Did not come unlodged like Bob Jones did in the Moblin Cup Series. And our caution has come out for the first time today for what was actually 3 different incidents. Incident between William Duncan, Alec Tanker, Aaron Williams Jr., and Tim Walsh, which caused that wreck on the backstretch. And then we had Carson Gum spin after he was running in 4th place. And then this incident coming out of the final corner. Let's head back now to Green Flag Racing as Ralph Mason is our leader under caution. Getting ready to go back to the green flag. Ralph Mason leads the way here. We know he ended up getting the lead due to just a fuel-only stop on that last pit stop. Everybody came down pit road, so I would assume that everybody's good to go on fuel for a while. Mason the leader. Dylan Young is in 2nd, sponsored by Huggies this week. As a matter of fact, it's a bit of a battle of the brands as John Cittadino elected to have Depends as his sponsorship this week. Then you got Dylan Poteet. He'll line up in 3rd place. 4th will be the pole sitter Jake Cole with Sean Henley in 5th. 6th is Trent Dunham. Tim Walsh 7th. Cody Lamas runs in 8th. 9th is Emilio Navarrete with Hayden Klein running 10th. Drew Austin's 11th. 12th place will be Sean Galligan. 13th James McLeod. 14th Stephen Pollard the 3rd. And Rohit Vidarvu runs in 15th. 16th place Kevin White as the green flag's back out. Tanker is 17th. 18th Danny Wells. 19th Kyle Sosnowski. And Austin the Plant is going to complete the top 20 as we jump back up here to the front. Dylan Poteet looks like he wants to go to the 2nd position. There we go. He goes to the inside of Dylan Young. Battle of the Dylans there for 2nd place. This all going on behind the Ralph Mason machine. Now with a single file restart, should take them some time before they get into trouble, I would think. I don't know though. These guys sometimes find ways of turning incidents left and right, and in the most unusual situations, as now Dylan Poteet got the crossover move put on him by Dylan Young. Dylan Young going back down to the inside. You know, Dylan Young is one driver who really needs a good run. He was running up in the top 5 and then in the top 10 for a while in the point standings. He's now 21st in the point standings. Things have just really gone south for that Deuce team, and really he needs a good run now to be able to get himself back up there. He's been on a huge cold streak as of late, as now Jake Cole's going to peek down to the inside, and he'll look for second place as he tries to work his way back to where he started this race, out in front. Whoa, contact between teammates. Sean Henley forced Dylan Poteet up to the high side there, going to go 3 wide with him. And here comes Trent Dunham, now trying to run down Dylan Young for third place. Looks like he's going to get the inside advantage, move the number 1 into position number 3, I should think, coming out of turn 2. Another driver having a great run today. That's Cody Lamas in the 55. And Cody Lamas has been putting together some really good runs lately in that 55 car. Currently 35th in the point stands out of 49 drivers, and that's after coming in mid-season, replacing Nick Eggleston. And he's been doing a pretty good job there over with that 55 team for Michael Waltrip Racing. And we got a battle for the lead. We got Jake Cole. Man, he's got a fast car, and he's not afraid to show it. He's going to go to the inside. Now, keep in mind, too, Jake Cole did take 2 tires on that pit stop. So he's got a little bit fresher rubber than these other guys that were up ahead of him that took fuel only. And you can see the difference. He's starting to pull away from Ralph Mason. So Jake Cole on the fresh rubber is pulling away, and almost contact right there for second. Trent Dunham almost got into the rear of Ralph Mason as he now looks for the second position. Let's update on the drivers that have gone behind the wall after the incidents we saw take place, and only 2 of them have done so, Adam Chambers and Chris Washer. That, of course, a tough break for former Snickers Cup Series champ Adam Chambers. Came in 12th in the point standings, had a tough week last week at Kentucky. His bad luck continues here at Pocono. And we actually found out that Dougie Shears, despite actually being up on the outside retaining wall, being lodged there and having to be helped off before he could head to pit road and repair his car, has been able to keep his car on the lead lap as well. Let's jump back there, see if Pete's been able to make any progress. He's currently running by himself in the 34th position right now as the Crown Royal Ford Fusion, but just the fact that he's on the tail end of the lead lap still is pretty amazing. Charles Jackson, not too well today. Right now running in 33rd position. This is not where he needs to be running. Now, in order for him to lose the points lead, Anthony McCurry would have to be running, I believe according to what I'm seeing here, he'd have to be running in 17th or better. And I think I see him up there. Let's see where he officially is running right now. Anthony McCurry is running in, well, nope, he's running in 29th. Only a few positions ahead of Charles Jackson. So right now, Jackson still is keeping the points lead as he's within striking distance of that 61. Keeping an eye on that Kyotech Racing Audi. Let's jump back up to Jake Cole here. Oh, got a new second place driver. Rohit Arvu has moved up to second. And look who's moved up into the top 5 as well. Our winner from Daytona, Kevin White, right behind his Earnhardt Ganassi Racing teammate, Trent Dunham. Tell you, ever since Kevin White ended up winning that race at Daytona, his first win of his career in the NNSCRA, he's been on a momentum streak here in the Snickers Cup Series. That 41 has been up here inside the top 5 and the top 10 just about every week afterwards. Kevin White is currently 38th in the point standings, obviously, because he came in mid-season when he replaced Derek Reed, but still having a great run today and now looking for third place underneath his teammate, Trent Dunham. Jump back, see if we can find the other drivers who are really having good runs today. Oh, there's one. Tim Walsh. Man, has this guy needed a good run. 29th in points. I believe right now he is the second best running car in the Hendrick boys, and Dylan Poteet just got turned into the inside. Careful, coming back up, Poteet. He almost came right up in front of his teammate, Sean Henley. Madison Sieber drew off to get the wall, and there goes Austin LaPlante. And a big wreck has taken place. Oh my word, it's a huge wreck. Henry Nova is flipping over. Cole Daly is involved. Michaels is involved. Sosnowski. And a big wreck ensues here coming out of the final corner. Cole Daly got a piece of it. There's the Duck Dynasty 15 of Austin LaPlante. Sieber, who was outside the top 10 with a chance to move in. McLeod, same thing there. Stephen Pollard III is involved, and the caution flag is going to wave. Obviously. And what is Deanna Shelton doing exactly? She's running 40th place. Did she go a lap down? No, she's on the tail end of the lead lap. Maybe she just made a pit stop. I don't know. Whatever the case, she's still on the lead lap, though. And Rohit Vidarvu, while we were watching all that chaos ensue, got by Jake Cole for the lead. Kevin White got by for second. So Rohit Vidarvu is now the new leader of this race. Then Kevin White, then Jake Cole, Dunham, and Young. We got to jump back, look at a replay of what just happened, because that was quite a huge wreck coming out of turn number 3. And it started pretty close up to the front of the field there, somewhere around a battle, I believe, for 10th place. Well, we know that Dylan Poteet got hooked coming down between turns 2 and 3, but I don't think that had anything to do with this incident, because Poteet did a pretty doggone good job bringing it back up on the racetrack and not causing any problems. I think this was clearly just Madison Sieber and Drew Austin getting together. Because you see Poteet, he's way down there. There's no way that he's caused this incident. And I don't think the 16 made any contact with the 33. I think the 33 just came up into the 9, or else the 9 drove down to the 33. Yeah, right there. There's the contact. And how Sean Henley got through there, I'm not sure, but Austin the Plant had absolutely nowhere to go. Straight into the 9 car he goes. And, wish we could go to a better camera angle. Oh, there we go. And then watch the 99 of Emilio Navarrete. How he got through it, I'm not really sure. Galligan, Johnson, Hayden Klein all do a tremendous job getting through as well. There's Stephen Pollard III, nowhere for the 98 to go, hard into the wall for him. And then they're going to come sliding down in front of traffic. Oh, Ralph Mason, who was up front for quite a bit of this race. He's going to then get hit behind by Joshua Michaels. Henry Nova then runs into the back of Michaels. And then McLeod runs into the back of Nova. Sosnowski's into the back of McLeod. And, oh, man, then the hit from Nova into the back of LaPlante is what's going to flip the 18 over. And then I think he gets tipped over with a little help there from the 51. And Charles Jackson just barely got through that. Good heavens. He nearly hit the upside down 18. And Danny Wells just barely gets through as well as Aaron Williams Jr. Dougie Shear's going to pick up some valuable spots there as he'll get through this incident. Somebody else was spinning further up here too. Who was that? Oh, that was Cole Daly. How did he get involved? Let's see here. Oh, this was after they were all trying to avoid. John Cittadino is going to make some contact with Angel Navarro. Oh, right there when Ralph Mason contact with Cole Daly. And Cittadino turning Angel Navarro into the wall. So 2 Hendrick cars right there. Cole Daly hard into the wall, and same for Navarro. They both end up hitting each other as well. Cole Daly almost got through there, just barely got clipped by Mason, and Navarro got spun around by the Cittadino machine. But that is what brings the caution out. Wild ride there for Henry Nova, flipping upside down, but the caution waves for a big wreck coming out of turn number 3. We're under the caution flag. Pit stops have just taken place. And so let's see who's going to come out as the leader, as I believe everybody came down pit road that was on the lead lap. Well, that was incorrect. 3 drivers actually decided to stay out, and they are running 1, 2, and 3. Cody Lamas decided to stay out, lead some laps here. He is the current leader. Michael Norman also decided to stay out. He'll restart in 2nd. And Carson Gum, who we saw running up in 4th, got turned there under our first caution. He's now worked his way back up to 3rd as he decided to stay out under this caution. These drivers, however, came to pit road. Rohit Vidarvu will restart in 4th, Kevin White in 5th, Jake Cole will be 6th, 7th place Dylan Young. They got Tim Walsh in 9th, and 10th place will be Alan Tanker. Sean Henley runs in 11th, Dylan Poteet runs 12th, 13th Richard Johnson, Sean Galligan 14th, Trent Dunham is 15th, 16th place Hayden Klein, John Cittadino has worked his way up to 17th, 18th is Emilio Navarrete, Anthony McCurry 19th, and Aaron Williams Jr. after getting involved in that first caution, he's worked his way back up into the top 20 and 20th. Mary Cole's 21st, John Radigan 22nd, Deanna Shelton 23rd, 24th is Kyle Matthews, 25th Dougie Shears, 26th is Charles Jackson, Danny Wells 27th, 28th Noah Hart, 29th is Kyle Sosnowski, 30th is Angel Navarro, then it's Madison Sieber, Stephen Pollard III, James Silverfox, and William Duncan just made a pit stop too. I think he actually stayed out with the rest of the field. that did not pit, but he just came to pit road, so he'll restart in, I believe, is the 34th position. It may be 33rd. Cody Lamas going to take the early advantage here. And the Carson Gun machine, Michael Norman machine, both are damaged, so Rohit Vidarvu had to work around them. But now, Rohit Vidarvu is going to really close up the gap quickly on Cody Lamas. Lamas did not get away. And remember, he did not come to pit road, so Rohit Vidarvu, if they took any tires under that pit stop, it's the fresh rubber versus the old rubber again. And Cody Lamas may be looking like he's indicating he's coming to pit road, because Vidarvu just moved up to the high side there. I think Cody Lamas is going to be coming to pit road this time. It's what it's looking like. Oh, someone's wrecking back there, and Cody Lamas is coming to pit road. Yep, Cody Lamas, the indication is going to be received. He's coming to pit road, but there was a wreck back there, and I see smoke back there in the final corner. So Rohit Vidarvu is going to be the leader under the caution flag as Cody Lamas will pit with that caution coming out. And it looks like, oh, Dylan Young! Oh, my goodness. What is it with the Dylans lately? They just can't get luck. William Duncan is involved as well. Oh, they're still wrecking back there. Kevin White's around. He got nailed by Dylan Young. Sean Henley, I think, got a piece of it. John Cittadino, Mary Cole, Richard Johnson, Aaron Williams Jr. And am I my eyes to see me, or is that the points leader? Yes, it is. Charles Jackson is involved in this incident. Kyle Matthews in the 12 was involved as well. Madison Siebers coming to pit road. Cody Lamas just completing his service. I don't think that's all the drivers, though. Michael Norman there, I think he was involved. There's the Henley machine. Stephen Pollard III, Silver Fox may have gotten a piece of whatever this was. And we seriously just get away with all those? I thought there were more involved. Apparently not. But the big ones that are important are the fact that Charles Jackson, the points leader, was involved. Oh boy. We may have some point stuff going on here before this day is over. I was thinking with the way Charles Jackson was able to get through those past two incidents and only had just a little buckle on the hood, even though he was running back in the mid-30s, I thought that maybe, just maybe, Charles Jackson was going to hold on, but now it's called into question whether or not he will or not. I know that both Anthony McCurry and Danny Wells are still running on the racetrack. And are they going to make pit stops again? Yes, they are. They're going to make some more pit stops here. Rohit Vidarvu going to lead the field down. Let's see if anybody's going to strategize and stay out. Doesn't look like it. Caution's out while they make their pit stops. We'll look back at a replay of our third caution of the day. Well, when I saw Michael Norman was involved, I had me a suspicion this probably was where it started, and that's indeed the case. Kevin White going to hook the Michael Norman machine down into Sean Henley. Henley was trying to save it, could not do it, and he's going to go around. Kevin White gets spun down to the infield, courtesy of Dylan Poteet. And here's where everybody just starts backing up. There's nowhere for anybody to go. Dylan Young's held up back there. Oh, Kevin White straight up into Richard Johnson. How did Galligan get through that one? Man, he's been missing wrecks today. Trent Dunham just barely got through there too. And then Mary Cole, full speed ahead into the Dylan Young machine. Aaron Williams Jr. going to hit her from behind. There's Jackson hitting the 4. Dougie Shears gets involved. Danny Wells. How in the world did Danny Wells get through? How? There's no earthly way possible he should have been able to get through. There's Cittadino, nowhere to go. Kyle Matthews gets turned around. And there's Sosnowski also spinning with Noah Hart and Charles Jackson. But how did the 31 get through? Good heavens. There's William Duncan. That's a tough break for him. He comes in 6th in the point standings. And everybody tries driving away from this incident. Oh, wait a minute. Charles Jackson's trying to turn around. He's going to get hit again by Aaron Williams Jr. Man. That's a lot of pretty big names involved right there. And it started with contact between Kevin White and Michael Norman. Oh, and then Kevin White's going to hit his own teammate, John Cittadino. What was that about? I don't understand that at all. Whatever the case, man. We got to do a few onboards here, I think, especially with that 31 of Daniel. Oh, remember, this is where the hit from Dylan Young comes. Right there. Oh, man. As if that 2-car wasn't damaged enough. Well, caution flags out. Let's take a few onboard cameras of some of these drivers making their way through this incident. Going on board first with the Hartlepool Chevrolet of Sean Galligan. Watch him make it through yet another incident. Wow. And it was Richard Johnson, who was right beside Sean Galligan, that got the brunt of Kevin White coming back up the racetrack. On board now with Trent Dunham. Wow, tremendous job of getting that car from the high side down to the low side. Not many drivers can do that without wrecking their race cars, but Trent did a great job of doing it right there. And now on board with third in points, Danny Wells. There is no way he should have been able to get through this wreck, but he did. Let's watch. Little tap to Dougie Shears there, but no harm, no foul, and Danny Wells, what a tremendous job of getting through there with absolutely no damage. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. When we hit the stripe, there'll be 9 laps to go. We've run a lot more under caution than we have under green today. A lot of pretty big incidents taking place here, and we have some big names that have been taken out of this race. With just 9 laps remaining, they are as follows. Out of the race are Stephen Pollard III, Noah Hart, Mary Cole, Kevin White, John Cittadino, Richard Johnson, Aaron Williams Jr., Kyle Matthews. The points leader, Charles Jackson, is out, and he's currently 31st in finishing this race, which means in order for Anthony McCurry to take the points lead, he would have to finish, I believe, let me just do the calculations here real quick, he would have to finish in 15th position or better today. William Duncan's going to retire in 32nd. Also out of the cars of Dylan Young, Cole Daly, Drew Austin, who's running well in points. Not a good day for him. His teammate Joshua Michaels, James McLeod, Austin LaPlante, Ralph Mason, Henry Nova, Chris Washer, and Adam Chambers. We talked about Dylan Young, how things have really been going south for him. Same can be said for the Austin LaPlante machine. He's been having a tough few weeks as well. As Rohan Vidarva gets us back under green, let's give you a full field rundown if we can. Vidarva was the leader, Jake Cole second, Tim Walsh third, Alan Tanker fourth, fifth is Carson Gum. Sixth place is going to be Dylan Poteet, with seventh being Emilio Navarrete. Eighth is Sean Galligan, ninth is Hayden Klein. Trent Dunham's going to run in 10th place, 11th John Radigan. 12th place is Danny Wells. Right now in 13th place is Anthony McCurry, so he is currently the points leader if he can keep up inside the top 15. 16th place will be Cody Lamas. 17th is right now Madison Sieber. 18th place is Kyle Sosnowski. Sean Henley is in 19th, and James Silverfox is in 20th. 21st, Michael Norman. 22nd is Deanna Shelton. 23rd, Dougie Shears. 24th, Angel Navarro. And that's it. 24 cars on the racetrack left to battle it out as we complete a green flag lap again. How about that? That never happens, except at the beginning of this race. 8 laps to go here. Vidarva leads the way, but Jake Cole, I think everybody's money's got to be on that 39 car. He is really, really strong today. Started on the pole position. He always seems to have the best strategy on pit road. He's able to get by these other drivers. Let's see what he can do here with Rohan Vidarva. How about Tim Walsh? Haven't talked about him very much today. We did talk about him a little bit, but he's having a great run. And Alan Tanker, again, having a great run in that 16. He's 18th in the point standings, and a good run today could put him up into contention for a possible top 10 position next week at Chicagoland. Right behind him, Dylan Poteet. Nice to see Poteet having a good run. We've documented the hard luck he's had, including last week at his home track of Kentucky. But he's running right now inside the top 5. Hayden Klein right back there as well, having a great run in the Turtle Wax Chevy. As here comes Jake Cole. The time is now apparently for the 39. He'll go to the bottom and look for the top position. Looks like he's going to get it coming out of turn number 2. Emilio Navarrete also having a great run today. Nice to see some of these drivers that are not doing well in points having good runs today. Walsh, Poteet, Emilio Navarrete there. And a couple of drivers, too, inside the top 10 in points that we really haven't talked about much today, actually doing very well. And one of them is right back here, and that's John Radigan. He's worked his way up to the 9th position now. Radigan comes in 10th in the point standings, 2nd in rookie points. We know Drew Austin has retired from this race. I believe he came in 12 points behind Drew Austin in the rookie points. And with the hard luck we've seen a few drivers in front of Radigan have today, Radigan could find himself back up in a comfortable position inside the top 10 in points. He's done a great job. That 14 car is pretty much clean, which means he's done a good job getting through the wrecks that have occurred today. Another driver who could benefit is running right back there. Sean Gallagher, 17th in the point standings. He's running very solidly in the top 10 right now. And he could be up there battling for a spot inside the top 10 in points before all is said and done in the next few weeks. There's Cody Lamas, tried using some pit strategy early on, had to pit, but that caution came out and kind of saved him from going a lap down. So he currently runs in the 11th position right now, having a very good run in the Jet Edge Toyota. And then the guy, the Houdini, that worked his way through the wreck there, that last wreck out of turn 3, Danny Wells, up in 12th place right now. What a tremendous job he has been doing here today at Pocono. Picked up his second win of the season last week at Kentucky, now running very well here, and right behind him, second in points, actually strike that, first in points right now, Anthony McCurry. He is currently running in the 13th position. Well, we are getting close to the end of this race. J. Cole, Rohit Vidarva is still battling for the lead as Vidarva goes to the inside. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back for the final 3 laps in just a moment. Welcome back here to the Party in the Poconos 500 live at Pocono Speedway. We are getting ready here for the 2 laps to go signal as they head into turn number 1. Jake Cole immediately back to the inside of Rohit Vidarva. The top 2 have separated from the rest of the field. Alan Tanker with his teammate Emilio Navarrete back in 3rd and 4th, along with Trent Dunham and a few others, trying to catch these guys again, but looks like it may be a 2-man fight for the win here as Jake Cole's going to move by Rohit Vidarva, and he'll go back to the top position. How ironic that 2 drivers that come in 22nd and 23rd in points are battling for the win here at Pocono. Both of them same situation here, both without a win this season, both running the same area in the points, and they are going to be the 2 to settle it out here as they come off of turn number 3. White flag is going to be in the air this time. Will it be Jake Cole, a former winner in the Snickers Cup Series? I believe he ended up winning last season. If not, no, he definitely won, I think, in Season 4. And then you got Rohit Vidarva, who was a 2-time winner last season. Here comes Vidarva down to the bottom of the racetrack looking for the top spot. This may be too early, or it may be just right for Rohit Vidarva. The question is, was this move timed perfectly for the 43? Jake Cole trying to clear him, try and get back in line. Looks like he will do so now. Now Jake Cole will be the one on the offense. Rohit Vidarva will move to the defensive now as they head into turn number 2. Alan Tanker, Trent Dunham there. They're starting to move in, trying to close up there and try and make it a 3-4-man fight, but I don't think there's going to be enough time. I think it's basically going to go down between the 43 and the 39 as they head through turn number 3. Can Jake Cole get one final attempt here on the inside line? He still runs right directly behind the 43. There will not be a move. Rohit Vidarva, the pass was timed perfectly. He will win today at the Party in the Poconos 500. It's Dodge's 4th win of the season and the 2nd time this season the 43 goes to victory lane. The first time, though, with Rohit Vidarva behind the wheel. Barney Ward put that car in victory lane at the season-opening Daytona 500. Rohit Vidarva then took over driving responsibilities for that number 43 Everham Dodge team, and he finally gets to victory lane for the first time this season in Season 6. And as I said, it is the 4th win of the season for Dodge and for the Everham boys, with their 4th different driver. Barney Ward, Drew Austin, James Silverfox, and now Rohit Vidarva have all gone to victory lane for the Dodge make. What a great win today here for Rohit Vidarva and that 43 team, and this is going to be something that'll definitely help them out in the point standings. As I said, Vidarva came in 23rd in points, Jake Cole came in 22nd in points, both of them a tremendous showing here today, and what a great battle there in the closing stages of today's event. As always, we will show you your official top 10 results. Vidarva with the win, Jake Cole, great run in second, ever so close to picking up the win today, but certainly nothing to be ashamed of. He raced his heart out. Alan Tanker, highest finishing rookie of the day and a great run in 3rd. Tanker's 18th in points, so we could see him up knocking on the door for a top 10 spot in the standings pretty soon. Trent Dunham, another stellar outing for the 1 car. He was 8th in points, and he'll finish 4th today. Tim Walsh, nice to see him have a good run today. He's really been struggling in the point standings, but top 5 for him. Sean Gallagher. Now, Gallagher is 17th in the point standings. This is a great run for him in 6th. We'll see what that'll pan out as far as the point standings are concerned. Emilio Navarrete, nice to see him have a good run. He'll finish in the 7th position after coming in 32nd in points. John Radigan We did not really talk about the Home Depot Chevrolet much today, except for that one time we actually saw that he had gotten through all the incidents with no damage. John Radigan, a tremendous job here today. That rookie doing an unbelievable job to finish in 8th place, and he may have taken over the points lead as well. He came in that critical 10th place position, remember, in points, so he'll keep himself inside the top 10. Cody Lamas, good run for him. Some pit strategy kept him up inside the top 10 for a majority of the day, and he'll finish in the 9th position. And rounding out the top 10 was Hayden Klein in the 27. Let's find out. Did Anthony McCurry finish in 15th place or better? The answer is he finished in 13th place. Anthony McCurry, for the first time this season, is going to be the Snickers Cup Series points leader, and for the first time since race 13 back at Daytona, Charles Jackson has lost the points lead. So new points leader atop the Snickers Cup Series, and it is Anthony McCurry and the Kyotech Audi. So congratulations to him, and congratulations to Rohit Vidarvu on his first win of the season. Folks, this was the first time I actually called a driver to win and was correct in 6 seasons. I was pretty pumped. So, congratulations to me too. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today, become your official FaceTime results, overall points, standings, rookie points, and in next week's race. As you've been watching the rest of the NNSCRA, I'll play race as best. See you next week at Chicagoland.